Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Take on Tottenham. My name is Ben, and this is my take on Tottenham. And full-time result is Dinamo Zagreb 3, Tottenham Hotspur 0, which means it's 3-2 on aggregate, and Zagreb have gone through. Right. So, as you can probably tell, this video is going to be a bit of a ranty video. I do want to sort of do a quick disclaimer before I get into ranting about my team. Is full credit to Dinamo Zagreb. I thought they fully deserved it tonight. I thought they were the better team by a country mile. Spurs didn't turn up tonight, as they didn't turn up against Arsenal on Sunday. And yeah, they really played well. Scored some great goals as well, especially their first. And yeah, I don't want to take anything away from them when I go into criticising a lot about this club and the players and whatnot, but I just wanted to say that first. So first half, let's just get into it. So first half, very poor, very scrappy, not much really going forward, and I was really worried about Sanchez and Dyer at the back, and they just looked really concerning. They had a couple of chances where, Zagreb had a couple of chances where Sanchez and Dyer just looked completely like they had a drink before the match at times. A couple of positives from the first half was Lucas and Lamela. In particular, Lucas I thought was, once again, as I keep saying week after week, is turning into a bit of a shining star really out of the darkness that the team is bringing down at the minute. Lucas is really, really coming into some form, and it's really good to see because I criticised him a lot this season. As a lot of Spurs fans have, but I'm really glad to see him confident with the ball, running at defences, creating chances, having shots. That's all we wanted from him for a while, and we knew it was there. He's shown that. But it's good to see it sort of come back. So there was a lot of this season where he just wasn't producing at all. So I'm really happy for him. Second half, we were hoping for an improvement. Nothing happened, shockingly. Sitting back, inviting the pressure, which is what we've been guilty of so many times this season. And look, that tactic is okay if you've got the defence to do it. Spurs definitely do not have the defence to sit back and invite pressure. Not a chance in hell have they. So I don't really know why we do it, to be honest, but the inevitable happened. It was a really good goal by Orsic, who got the hat-trick as well tonight. It's a really good goal, but I do have to pit fault with Serge Aurier on this one. Again, a player who has improved a lot this season. I wanted him out in the last summer transfer window because I thought he had a terrible season with us last year. But he has really improved this season, and not that it's saying a lot, but I definitely start him ahead of Doherty every week. But it was poor. It was poor marking. He was out of position when Orsic got the ball, and then when he caught up to him, he just gave him way too much time. He switched it onto his strong foot and he whipped it into the top corner. Great goal, but you're going to give him the time to do it. Dele and Winks both came off. Dele, I feel like his last couple of performances have been very uninspiring. I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt and say, well, he's just not been playing regularly and stuff. But it's not, when he started to come back in, he was doing man of the match performances, and now it's kind of just going back to the reason why he wasn't in the team. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt for now. Winks apparently was brought into the squad to help the squad be a bit more aggressive. I saw no regression, and I just didn't really see anything really special from Winks at all, and it's not the first time I've said that either this season. Poor defending on the second goal, no marking, predominantly from Sissoko and Sanchez was very poor. Jermaine Genius summed it up perfectly in commentary, saying it sums up the team this season, which it did. Give ourselves a good platform and then completely cock it up. Obviously, he didn't say that on air. And as per usual, we invited the pressure, sat back, conceded, and then we started attacking. how many times we've been guilty of that as well this season, of literally starting to attack a team after we've conceded too late. The one I always remember is the Wolves game where we scored within the first 30 seconds and sat back for 80 odd minutes after that, and then Wolves, I think it was Sice who got the goal. Then we started attacking them after that, and it's just an unacceptable performance. And then we go eventually into extra time, and then the second half of extra time, within the first minute of it, Zagreb came out and scored. Spurs were completely switched off for it, and they got their winner. And again, like I said at the start of the video, I can't say they didn't deserve it, because they did. You know, they were the better team tonight. Spurs, you know, you could say they could have done more in the first leg, but a 2-0 lead in a two-leg tie is not. It's not impossible to overturn, but you'd like to think with a professional display and competent defending that you'd be able to, even if you want to sit on that and just go for a 0-0, that you'd be able to do it. But like I said, competent's the word, and competent is the furthest away from what this defence is. Like, I can't believe some of the individual performances, even some of the performances from like really top players. You know, Harry Kane tonight, yeah, he had some good chances, but majority of the match was missing, like Sunday against Arsenal. Gareth Bale, again, like Sunday, missing. You know, these are top players. I know we're missing Sonny at the minute because of injury, but it's just not acceptable. And especially after Sunday, in terms of the attitude of losing a Northland derby is not only hurtful to anybody who wears this badge on their shirt, is hurtful anyway. But you got to think, that feeling of knowing that your players didn't turn up for a North London derby and they didn't turn up, that is a shocking attitude to have. But the one thing you would hope for is a response, at least from that. And Spurs absolutely did not respond tonight. They were completely second best. And it was pathetic. And like I said, we can go through the team. Lloris, you know, okay, I get the first goal was a bit, you know, it was one of those wonder goal type thing. But I just sort of think, like, Lloris this season has had really good spells and really questionable spells where he's not looked confident. Who's at right back? Aurier, again, like I said, massive improvement this season. But there's still mistakes in there that end up costing us. Davinson Sanchez, a mistake every game that he tends to play in at least once. You know, and he's been having a good couple of weeks. But overall this season, I think if Davinson Sanchez, if you were to review his season, you know, you'd say it would massively disappointing. You know, so to think that this was our record signing at one point, and you're sort of looking at what we're getting back off it, and it's like, it doesn't really match up. Eric Dyer, still 3/4 of the way to the season, still yet to convince me that he wants to be a centre-back or thinks he is a centre-back. I don't think he is. I don't know how he gets into that starting lineup at the minute. I look around and I don't know how he gets in there. Ben Davies, you know, I've said a solid left back. He's solid, but I feel we can do way better. And obviously, when we got Reguilon, he's our main left back now. But Ben Davies, I've always thought we can do better than that. And I just think for a club that aims where Spurs aim, Ben Davies isn't good enough, as is a lot of these players right now. Eric Dyer is not good enough at centre-back for where this club wants to be. Davinson Sanchez is not good enough for this club where it wants to be. You know, even Toby Alderweireld, look, best defender at our club by a country mile, but he's not the same player he used to be. He's not in his prime. You know, that's come and gone. You know, Dele Alli, you know, missed a lot of this season due to many reasons. But at the end of the day, like, it is facts that he doesn't perform to the levels that we saw him performing at early on in his career at Spurs for the first 2, 3, even 4 years of that. Harry Kane tonight and Sunday, it's been world class this season. I don't think anyone can deny that Harry Kane's all-round game hasn't improved this season. He's been defending. He's been doing better defence than Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez, and they are centre-backs. He's been getting assists. Him and Sonny have broken records with it. But last 2 games, not really, I don't think, pulling his weight sort of thing. Gareth Bale, he had a good run for a couple, 3-4 weeks. But there was a lot of performances where we sort of are questioning, is there an attitude problem? Is it fatigue? Is he looking after himself too much? What's going on? And it's just, even Steven Bergwijn, I really stick up for Bergwijn. I think he just needs a goal, bless him. But he's just, even his levels have dropped, and his confidence is completely shot. And I just sort of look around this team and I'm seeing, Matt Doherty, that is turning into probably one of the biggest flops at the summer window. Considering the season he had for Wolves prior to that, he's been absolutely awful for us. Even Højbjerg has been below par this last couple of weeks. Ndombele as well, below par last couple of weeks. Players who have really done well this season. I think a lot of people saying Højbjerg has been the unsung hero of Spurs this season. He played literally every game. And there just seems to be an attitude or mental problem at Spurs that allows these performances like tonight to happen. I believe, and I said it back when Poch got sacked, that the players got him sacked. There was obviously an issue in that dressing room, and something needed to change. I would take Poch back in a heartbeat, but something had to change. But I did feel like the players got him sacked. Jose's come in, and there's been some really great days. There's been some really great performances, some wonderful Mourinho masterclass performances. But what I'm seeing right now, I compare to the team that I watched, not give up to the last seconds against Ajax. A lot of these players are in this team, and they don't look the same guys. They just don't look the same players. They don't even have the same attitude as those players. Those guys on that famous night never gave up to the last second, and look what happened. One of the best memories I will have as a Spurs fan. But tonight, it's just the opposite. It really is the opposite. The players, like I said, they've got to hold their hands up for the blame. Jose, I feel, has got to hold his hands up for the blame in terms of the coaching stuff. You're going got Ledley King working on our defence, and I'm trying to think, why is this defence? What is wrong with this defence when you've got Ledley King coaching you? What is wrong? What's going wrong here? Jose, a lot of negative football, more negative football than positive football. And I know he was keen to make this point that we scored 100 goals, and I think we're the second club behind Bayern Munich to do so in Europe so far, or something like that. I think it was a week or two ago. And it's good, but it doesn't cover up a lot of these performances that have been absolutely horrific to watch. And tonight and Sunday in particular for me were horrific performances. No attitude, no desire, pathetic, absolutely diabolical. No. And it makes me now worry what will happen after this season, the transfer window. I generally can't see Harry Kane staying this summer, and that's really sad to say. But I feel like we're holding him back as a club. No one man is bigger than the club, of course. But you look at Harry Kane, and I look on record of what he said in the past. He will always stay at Spurs if he sees the club moving forward, if he sees the club progressing. do you look at the club right now and look at it as a club that is progressing forward? We are out of the Europa League last 16. Is it the last 16? Yeah. And it's just, how is that progression? How is that a club going forward in the right direction? You know, and then I look at Daniel Levy at the top and I'm going, you're celebrating 20 years. And I'm going, what really is there to celebrate through that 20 years? Because the new stadium isn't a trophy. It's a wonderful world-class stadium, one of which I can't wait to go to when this pandemic is all over. But it's not a trophy, and Spurs fans want and need a trophy. And they have the players to do that. Harry Kane, Sonny, Gareth Bale, Dele Alli, Tongi Ndombele, Giovanni Lo Celso. You notice I'm focusing more on the attacking side of things less than the defence, because the defence is not good enough to win anything. But I sort of look at these things and I'm going, you know, the players are there. We know it. The players are there. But something is not right at this football club. It's an attitude problem or a mentality problem or something, and I don't know what. But the one consistent thing I can see in all this is Daniel Levy has been here through all this time, and I'm trying to sort of think, what if he was to leave? Would we see any improvement? I don't know. It's all hindsight things. Jose Mourinho's season now pretty much is leaning on the Carabao Cup final, which is really depressing to say. The Europa League was pretty much our only way of getting into the Champions League next season, because I don't think we're going to make top four. I can't even see us winning the Carabao Cup, to be honest, against Man City looking the way they do. It's just poor. It's poor, and the fans deserve so much better than this. And I think, like I said, everyone is to blame. Daniel Levy, a lot of blame can be put at his door during Poch's reign for lack of transfers, lack of support, financial support. You know, I understand the stadium was getting built, but the stadium didn't get built for Europa League football, did it? So Jose Mourinho has been to blame because of the fact of the negative football. You know, you've been brought in to win trophies and we're in a Carabao Cup final. And that's it. And the players are to blame because they're not producing to the quality that we know they can, and for the prices that some of them have been bought in for. It's going to be a very difficult summer, I feel, and I generally worry about that. So we'll have to wait and see. But I can't see Harry Kane. I've just got this image of him sitting down after this game going, what's the point anymore? What's the point? I stay every season, I score a load of goals, and they still can't win anything. So I might as well go on to a Bayern Munich or a Man City or something, and at least they've got a chance of winning something, because Spurs don't right now have any chance of doing so. Like I said, everything is wrong at the minute, from the top to the bottom, and something big needs to happen. So that's about it really. I'm kind of done. I've tried recording this video 3 times, would you believe? So if you did stay during all this, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. We go again on Sunday at 7:30 against Aston Villa. The way I'm feeling right now, which is really pessimistic, probably going to lose that, I imagine. So yeah, there we go. So I will see you guys in the next video. I'm really sorry about the negative mentality for this, but I'm just kind of fed up of not seeing players turn up and seeing a pretty crappy attitude to everything, really. So I will see you guys in the next video. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button, leave a comment, God knows what, and hit the notification bell as well, because that would really help me out. And I'll see you guys in the next video, and as always, come on you Spurs.